Hey, whippersnappers, it's Tortimer the Grey. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pokemon Showdown Little Cut Battles. Today we're using our all-star team, and I love when... It seems like it's every single time, and I don't know what is different about Boots, besides Boots just being amazing. But I always seem to win speed ties against other Apoms. And I feel like I'm just using a standard Apom set. I don't even really remember. But Boots comes in and outspeeds the other Apom and gets the fake out off and then returns it into Oblivion. They bring their Ghastly in, who Boots is then able to knock off into Oblivion. And then Whalmer comes in, kills Boots. I bring Crew in, who is going to take that Whalmer on down. Inkay comes in with its superpower, because Inkay's awesome, and takes out Crew. I bring Tip Top in, and Tip Top's gonna use the fake out here, gonna tank a superpower, and then we're gonna use the waterfall here, which unfortunately isn't gonna be strong enough, and Tip Top's gonna kill itself with Life Ward damage, so that's a little disappointing. But Morden's gonna come in, and he's gonna take a superpower and throw back the counter, so Inkay is out. Bumblebee comes in and is gonna throw up the Earthquake. But I go for the counter again because I was back up to sturdy level, and we get that guy out of there as well, so that works out really nicely. Then Ponyta comes in and uses the double kick on Morden, which takes Morden out, but it is their last Pokemon, and I did ask the guy. They are choice banded because they continue to use double kick against Drew, and I was like, yeah, it must be banded because there's no reason you would continue to use double kick against a Zubat. And so I threw up the Toxic, and I was using some Brave Birds here, and yeah, they were banded. So that's a good thing to keep in mind for everybody. If you're down to like your last Pokemon and it's banded or has a choice item on it at all, make sure you're looking at the rest of the team so that you can kind of be sure of what you should be preparing for. If you've got an attack that can do decent against both, as opposed to one that'll do nothing but good against one, make sure you're keeping your options open so that you can do reasonable damage to whatever they've got left. Because they were locked into a crap move, and they could have potentially done some good damage. He said, yeah, should have went for Volt Tackle. I mean, if he had Volt Tackle, he could have very easily dealt with Drew, and then would have been down to Simba. At least it would have been one-on-one then at that point. But yeah, it was a fun battle. He had a cool team, and I love that my team continues to perform very well. So yeah, we will jump into another one. Hey, whippersnappers, welcome back. This was a fun battle, a really long one, but it was close, and it was an interesting one. So I led off with Simba because I saw Pharaoh Seed sitting there, and usually if Pharaoh Seed's there, he's the lead. So I led off with Simba, expecting to be able to do something to Pharaoh Seed, because I know Boots has nothing for Pharaoh Seed at all. So did that, but they, I guess, either predicted that or had different things in mind. Maybe they were bringing in Cottonee. Maybe Cottonee can taunt. I'm not really sure what the deal was there, but forced them out. They brought in Mantike, which forced out Simba. Brought in Boots. Boots did a little bit of work, but then ended up going down. Drew came in and finished off the Mantike. And then they brought Bronzor in, which I went for the pursuit on, but it didn't really do much, so I switched Drew back out. Brought in Simba, who got up the Flamethrower and is going to get up the Dark Pulse here, but still not enough with this boosts that Bronzor has going on to do much, so Simba's going to go down too. Then Tip Top comes in, going to get the Aqua Jet off, which is very nice, gets Bronzor off the field. At which point they bring in Pharaoh Seed. I get the Brick Break going, which does real good work. Tip Top is, of course, going to take damage to Iron Barbs and Rocky Helmet and all that nonsense. Then they bring in their Cottonee, who's going to take a little bit of damage from the Brick Break, but nothing really worth writing home about. At which point Crew comes in. He's going to dodge the stun spore, tank a Giga Drain, and then deal up an Ice Punch, which does some pretty good damage for us. They've got a Berry Juice, though, which is going to let them heal back up before they switch out. Ice Punch hits on the Pharaoh Seed. It does decent-ish damage, enough that we're going to be able to take it out again here. So always good to get rid of Pharaoh Seed, especially when you got physical attackers lying around, because just even touching him does more damage than anything. So that's annoying. Especially annoying in this battle is Frillish, for sure, with its burn and everything. Frillish and Crew are actually going to have quite a lengthy standoff here. They get the burn off, which is annoying. I used the return. I was trying to click on Earthquake, but it was disabled, and I must have just not been paying attention. Drew comes in then at this point, is going to go for the Pursuit, but again, doesn't really do anything at all. And then they're going to get the Will-O-Wisp up. Pursuit's great sometimes, but honestly, I don't know that it's really all that good. I need to see if I can get something better on Drew. And so Drew goes down, Crew comes back in. I'm going to tank Giga Drain again. Gonna recycle, get my Berry Juice back, and heal on back up. At this point, with the toxic damage, I'm going to try and stall Frillish out. This is where the lengthy standoff happens. Crew's gonna recycle and kind of just do some damage here or there, but Frillish is going to take some compounded toxic damage, but it's going to continue to recover and heal up a little bit with Giga Drain and all that. With the burn, Crew's just really not able to do a whole lot to the Frillish. I don't even think that's super effective against it, but I don't really have any better options either, so at this point we're kind of in an impasse. They decide to switch out before the toxic damage takes out their Frillish in one hit, at which point Crew is going to take on the Gothita for a little bit here. Their Psyshock does some good damage because it's going after his physical defenses, so Crew's going to be taking some hard hits. At this point, I'm going to do a little bit of damage. I think right now I'm going to recycle back up one more time to get my Berry Juice back, and then we're going to switch Crew out into Morden, I believe, is the play. Or no, he's staking in. Well, at a certain point here, we're going to switch out. Let's, he'll do that any moment now. Unfortunately, I stalled out too long. I should have probably switched out back when I thought I was. That would have been the smart play. I think right here is where we're going to heal up. Yeah, we're going to heal up. We're going to recycle one time here, and then we're gonna switch out on the next turn. Unfortunately, though, that was a misplay on my. Oh no, I don't even get to switch out. That's right. Crew goes down. At that point, Morden comes in with an X Scissors, able to get Gothita off the field. But I misplayed that. If I'd gotten Morden in there earlier, Crew would have been full health and ready to come back and help. They bring Frillish back in, which Morden is going to do his best at attacking. Frillish has got Cursed Body, so I keep getting disabled, which is frustrating. Rock Blast would have been doing better for me here, but X's is really all I've got. They get the burn off on Morden now again, so I mean it's just all kinds of depressing. They're recovering. Morden is going to get the X Scissor here again, but again we're burned. It's not going to do anything. We're also continuing to lose health. Our disable finally ends, and we get the Rock Blast up. Rock Blast gets disabled midway, but finishes off the turn, and we get Frillish down enough that it's going to die to toxic damage there. So now we're down Cottony to Tip Tup, and Tip Tup's unfortunately pretty damaged at this point, as well as being weak to the Grass-type Cottony, so doesn't really get to do a whole lot there. So they're going to win that one, but it was a fun battle, a lot of stalling on both ends. Those are the kinds of, this was a 46-turn battle, and those are the kinds of little cut battles that are really a lot of fun. And I love that people stick around for those kinds of things because they take more time, but you really get to get into it. It's like, who's going to win this thing? It was it was actually up in the air there for a bit, and if I had played Crew better a little bit there, I think we might have been able to pull that off. At least we managed to kill that Frillish, and we didn't even kill it. And I guess Drew's Toxic is what took it out, but threw enough bodies at it, and eventually you'll win, I guess. But we had a good time, and thank you guys so much for watching. I think I'm going to continue to tweak this team. They've been pretty much at this status quo for a while, but it is an all-stars team, so I'm thinking we might make some changes here, and see who else might make a good teammate here. We've got a lot of other really good Pokemon that we've played around with. Maybe Spud deserves a turn on this team or something like that. We'll see, and when we come back to these guys in a couple of weeks, because I usually try to shake up between week to week which team I'm using. So maybe we'll come back to these guys in a couple of weeks and see what's happening. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I've been Tortimer the Great, and you guys have been great. I hope you've enjoyed this battle, and got probably a little cup, not a little cup, a little lock episode coming up for you here still on this Tiny Tuesday, so make sure to tune in for that. We've got badge number 6, so we're getting close to the end of this thing. And hopefully we can make it through it, but make sure you tune in for that. Leave those like, comments, and subscriptions, and I'll see you guys next time. As always, I've been Tortimer the Great, and you guys have been great. Have a good one.